Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. First one is from Mekelle, where some emergency meetings are underway. TPLF Debrecen Group concluded its Congress on Monday. TPLF Debrecen did what it wanted to do. Now it's the turn of Gita Choreda Group. Gitachar, the group also held a 1 day long discussion, but now emergency meetings are being held in Mekelle by Gita Chorada group reportedly. Secondly, viewers, Amhara region of Ethiopia, where today is day two of the transport ban announced by Fano groups. Is it being implemented? Has Gondar joined or not? And lastly, Ethiopian state media is giving coverage to a port lease deal between two African countries. One African country has given a port on lease to a neighboring country. This development is being widely aired on Ethiopian state media. Let's start with first story from Mekelle. Tigray is the capital where now it's Geta Choreda's turn to strengthen defenses. TPLF made big moves, made big decisions in the last 7 days, held a congress, fired Getachew from all main positions, stripped Getachew of his central committee, executive committee memberships, TPLF expelled Getachew supporters from all the committees. It was very likely. We predicted that weeks ago, days ago. But now, next question is what will TPLF do now? Obviously, it won't sit idle. It would like to remove Getachew. Getachew held a counter TPLF meeting with hundreds of TPLF cadres, including more than a dozen central committee members, central control commission members, audit committee members. They attended the Getachew-led TPLF meeting. It was held for 1 day. And after that, a 10-point statement was issued. But now Getachew wants to strengthen his defenses. He has realized that TPLF, the Debrecen-led TPLF, will make a move to remove him from power in Mekelle. That is why reportedly now emergency meetings are being held by Tigray interim government in Mekelle. Who is participating? Getachew has been urging security forces to stay neutral. As long as security forces are under his control, it would be difficult for TPLF to remove him from power. As long as federal government and federal forces are there behind him, it would be difficult for TPLF to remove him. And no one should be surprised if TPLF makes a move to remove Getachew by force from Mekelle. That is why Getachew is talking to Tigray security forces. He wants to ensure that security forces stay neutral in this conflict. He is holding meetings with involvement of Sadkan to Getachew is not sure about what will Varede do. Sadkan is openly backing him. And he's asking Sadkan to ensure that security forces led by Varede do not intervene in support of the TPLF Debrecen group. Secondly, Getachew is trying to get federal forces deployed to Mekelle, Tigray regional capital. Federal forces to protect him, federal forces to protect his office, to protect his residence, to protect his government, reportedly. Will TPLF allow large-scale deployment of federal forces in Mekelle? That remains to be seen. But that is what Getachew wants. And will Varede-led regional forces allow large deployment of federal forces? Difficult to say. PM Abiy would like to deploy ENDF and federal police in large numbers to Mekelle. That is what Getachew wants, and that is what he is discussing about reportedly with players in Tigray and players in Addis Ababa. He's focusing on security. He knows that if security is under his control, it would be possible to keep the Debretsion group away from Mekelle, away from removing him. That is why emergency meetings are underway. Addis Ababa is involved too. So we could see mobilization of forces in coming hours to protect Mekelle. But that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen if where they would allow large-scale deployment of federal forces in Mekelle or not. We'll monitor situation and share updates with you. Secondly, there was Amhara region of Ethiopia, where it seems Gondar is joining the call for strike, call for ban on vehicle movement. We received this report from Gondar city, where some shops and businesses are closed. Partial implementation of ban on vehicle movement in Gondar city is being reported. Know that in other cities of the Amhara region, life is just to standstill, roads deserted, no vehicles on roads. Fano groups announced today vehicle movement ban. They threatened drivers, they fined some drivers. At least one vehicle was set on fire by Fano fighters. They don't want to see any vehicles on roads. Dasi to Addis Ababa road closed. It remained closed yesterday too. Today is day 2. Bahida to Addis Ababa road closed as well. Bahida to Gonda road closed. To Varata to Wuldia road closed as well. This is the first time that at the call of Fano main road passing through Dasi, Wollo has been closed. Gondar joining. Overall, we can say that Fano implemented its 2-day strike call. People are scared too. We cannot say that people love Fano. That is why they are supporting this call. We cannot say either that people are frightened. Some support Fano, others are scared too. They know their livelihoods could be damaged if they go out. Their businesses could be attacked. Their vehicles could be set on fire. So they don't want to risk their livelihood. That is why they are staying at home. Roads deserted in most parts of the Amhara region reported. Lastly, the Ethiopian state media is giving coverage to a port lease deal between two African countries. Ethiopia is also interested in acquiring a port in a neighboring country on lease, but this port access issue has become a serious regional issue in the Horn of Africa. Ethiopia talked to Eritrea. Eritrea did not show any positive response. Ethiopia wanted a port in Djibouti on lease. Djibouti said no lease. You can use port as you have been using for decades. Ethiopia Somalia talks for port access held in the past too. No concrete results. At last, Ethiopia signed a memorandum of understanding with Somaliland. And then we saw start of serious tension between Ethiopia and Somalia. The state media, Fana TV, ETV, etc., are reporting that two African countries have signed a port lease agreement, Mozambique and Malawi. Malawi is a landlocked country, and Mozambique has agreed to give one of its ports on lease to Malawi. Nakala is the name of this port. Agreement has been signed. Malawi, Mozambique, Tanzania have developed Nakala corridor project linking the three countries. So Malawi now will have access to this port on lease in Mozambique. Ethiopian state media is giving coverage to this development to show that other African countries are signing port lease deals. But when Ethiopia wants to gain a port only in a neighboring country, it is accused of violating other countries' sovereignty and territorial integrity. I think the reason behind these allegations against Ethiopia is that there is a very troubled history of the region. Ethiopia fought Somalia, Ethiopia, Eritrea fought to Somaliland, unrecognized by any country. So there are lots of issues in this region. Somalia accuses Ethiopia of annexing Somali territories. Ethiopia accuses Eritrea that Ethiopia has rights to see through Eritrea, but Eritrea is not respecting Ethiopian rights. Eritrea says you have no rights. There are issues in this region which need to be solved through dialogue. If Mozambique and Malawi can reach a port access deal, why can't the Horn of Africa countries reach such deals? Obviously, they need such deals too for economic integration, for the betterment of their people. Thank you for watching.